Here are the 5 ways CEOs can lose the most money possible at a credit card terminal. So if you need to lose money, you need to lose it right now, get a merchant account. In other words, let customers pay you with a debit card or a credit card, and then do these 5 simple steps, and you will lose as much money as you need to lose. As a matter of fact, there's almost no limit to the amount of money you can lose. So here it is. 1, not knowing your effective rate. Whatever your rate is, depending whether you're a retail, whether you're online, there's a way to take all of your numbers and put them in one single homogeneous dough. That's called an effective rate. And to do that, you need what's called the equation. We teach this equation all the time to people, and you can do it in 90 seconds. You only need 90 seconds a work month to be able to do it, but you need to be able to do it. If you do not have 90 seconds a work month to do it, you might not need to be a CEO, but this is the one thing you need to be able to do. It is the one thing that allows you to know where you are at all times. It's like a P&L for your merchant account. It'll show if you're hemorrhaging or if you're right on target. Number 2 would be assuming that your CPA or your bookkeeper is doing this for you. They're not. They don't. I'm not decrying a good bookkeeper or an accountant, but that is not their job. Their job is to save you money in your overall books and to keep you out of jail, right? As one CPA told me years ago. They are not an expert in doing and looking after your merchant account. This is something you need, and you need to be able to train your own team in how to do it. It's not even particularly difficult, but you need to know. Finally, in that vein, assuming that your number in your merchant account is static. This is astounding. I signed a really great number. I've got an incredible number. That number is not locked in stone. I don't care what you are using. I don't care what it says on the paperwork. It is not locked in stone. It changes all the time. If it didn't change, I'd probably be out of work. As we say, if you've had your merchant account for a year, you're overpaying. Everybody overpays. Brand new startups overpay. Multi-million-dollar accounts overpay every day. The good thing is knowing how to look at your effective rate, find it, see it, take that 90 seconds, do it, and checking every month. Again, 90 seconds a month, you'll know right where you are. Use it. Number 4, using any type of pay-as-you-go account. Stripe, PayPal, Square, these things, we've got transparent pricing. No, they're robbing you blind. You don't want one number. It's the worst thing you can do. A good example of this is your debit card. A debit card is not a credit card. It's not going against your good name. You can be a bad person and have a debit card, but it's going against a finite amount of money that you have in a bank account. So if you're buying a $100 item and you have $99 in your account, it will not let you buy it. It is very safe. It should cost half of what a credit card should cost. The number of retail businesses we talk to where debit cards are 90% of their entire business. And that's a big number. Maybe it's just 50%, right? But it's bigger than you think it is. You don't want to pay the same rate you pay for a credit card transaction that you do for a debit card. A credit card transaction for a retail account should be in the 1.6, 1.7% range. Stripe, Square, all these places charge almost 3%. It's highway robbery. The problem is a debit transaction should be 1% or less. 1% or less. 0.89 is percent, right? Is what a lot of people get because it's such a safe transaction. So if you need to lose a lot of money real fast, get one number for all of your transactions. We often call that a blended account, right? A blended rate. I don't like blended scotch. I drink single malt scotch. And I don't like blended accounts. They're profoundly expensive. Run away. And number 5, the most important thing I can tell you is you don't know what the rich do with a merchant account that you should be doing. And here it is. The rich use that merchant account. Every time somebody comes in and swipes a card, one of those numbers that are built in just goes back into the system, normally to a bank, but it's allowed to go to a nonprofit. The rich will often take that percentage and give it to their charity. So guess what? They're not writing a check to their charity anymore. Visa, MasterCard's writing the check, but they get all the credit. That charity then gets all that benefit of those monies, and they brag about that business giving them all that money all the time. And all this does is it's free advertising for the business. So people then say, oh, this business is the good guy. This is a great woman. Look at what this company, look at what this culture, look at what this lifestyle does. I'm going to shop there. So they save money at the merchant account because they don't do any of these things. They then take a fee that's built in. They have no choice but to pay it. And instead of giving it to the system, they give it to a charity. The charity brags about them constantly. They get free clients. They get free clients for donating a percentage that they had no choice but to pay. I'm Will Black. I'm with Sharing the Credit. You can reach me at sharingthecredit.com. This is what we do all day long for businesses. Again, effective rate. Know what it is. 90 seconds a month. Do not assume that your CPA or bookkeeper is doing this for you. They're not doing it. Assuming your rate is static, it is not. Your rate changes. It changes sometimes by the day. Using Stripe, Square, PayPal, any type of blended account where they give you one number when you should be paying profoundly lower numbers for special cards like debit cards, and not doing what the rich do. Use that percentage. You have no choice but to pay. Give it to a charity. Let the charity brag about you. Get free business because of it. I'm Will Black. This is Sharing the Credit. Thanks a lot.